Oh, Jesus, it just went clear out of nowhere. I hope you all enjoy these videos because I've just hoovered up for this occasion. Kind of. I hoovered this part of the floor because it's the only part that I hope you'll see. So pretty much what I'm talking about today is all these Wii games. It's kind of like a mini review, I guess, and why they might be suitable for you or something. So let's get started. Well, first is Wii Party, and I know a lot of people don't like this one, but I'm just here to show you what you might be interested in. And it's up to 4 players, which is the most Wii remotes you can use at a time when you're using the Wii. Well, you get the Mii's from the Mii channel that you've created, which is in at least one more of these games, well, a couple more of these games that have Mii's. And yeah, well, it uses like the nunchuck and the Wii balance board and stuff like that, and it's a free. It's got, you can see that it has a 3+ age, which is kind of suitable considering you don't need a lot of skill to play. There's a lot of instruments in the games, and it's basically like a rhythm game. Not that it keeps telling you to use rhythm by hitting the fucking Wii remote to get it at the right notes, but you don't really have to. Overall, I think it's at least a good game for the age of 7 or something. It's not. I don't really play it anymore that much. I haven't played it in like 2 fucking years, but it's like the only one on this list of games that I haven't really played recently. But overall, it's an alright game for young kids, I guess. You can play it at any age, I'm just saying. Up next is Wii Play Motion, as you can fucking tell. This one always felt like an odd one out for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's just that I didn't have the original game just called Wii Play, so that might be why. It's up to 4 players, but you'll need the Wii Motion remotes, or that weird thing that you can plug into your normal Wii remote. I don't know what it's called. It's probably just a motion plug thing. I do know in the original Wii Play, though, where the mini games were a lot simpler, where this one obviously focuses more on motion, so they're a bit more, I guess, complicated. They aren't complicated, but a tiny bit more complicated. The age is 6, but I think you can play it at, well, obviously you can play it at any age, but I think it's just as fun as long as you have someone to play it with. You can play it on your own, but it's a lot more fun with someone else, at least one other person. The main goal of the game is pretty much just to earn all the medals or golden rewards and stuff. Overall, it's a pretty good game, but like I said, it's a lot more fun with other people if you have the right remotes. Would you look at fucking Scrat's face? It's horrifying. Jesus Christ. I love it though, it's adorable. So, I've got 2 games together because they're very similar and they have similar, like, content and stuff. Because, you know, they're both games based off movies and stuff. Which isn't a strong point why they're similar, but I'll get to why they are in a minute. They're both universal for, like, age rating and stuff here. And they both have similar goals, like to collect certain items to earn extra bonuses, like bonus features and stuff. And obviously they're both licensed by Nintendo. But just because they have similarities, there's obviously differences by obviously being 2 different fucking movies. But Ice Age is only 1 player and WALL-E is up to 2 players. Oh no, not 2 players, 4 players, sorry. And WALL-E has 1 extra thing that can be used. I'm not sure if this is what it's called, but there's like a thing that can go with your nunchuck and Wii remote. I think it's called the Wii Zapper. I've never had one, so I don't really know. I think it's just called a Wii Zapper. They both require nunchucks to play, as far as I know, and you know, because like I said, they have special features and stuff, and based off films. I mean, I don't really mind because I still think the games are fun, but you could argue that they have a lot of filler in them by stuff that's not happened. That you do stuff in the game that didn't actually happen in the film. I think Ice Age is more of a noticeable thing for that. As far as I remember, I think Ice Age is a bit of a longer game, so if you're enjoying the game and you want it to last longer, or if you enjoy both of the games, you'll probably prefer Ice Age. As far as I remember, I'm not quite sure, but I think Ice Age is longer. Anyway, overall, they're both pretty fun as long as you don't mind filler, and of course you like the films. Still can't get over Scrat's fucking face, it's horrifying. He's looking at his nuts. Only 4 fucking minutes, well, about to 5 now. Anyway, these are the last 2 games that are together, but these are, together for good and obvious reasons. I'm pretty sure you can already tell one of them, or 2 of them, or 3 of them. I don't know, but I'm going to get to why they're very similar and the few differences as well. Fortunately, they both they both don't need any extra stuff for the remotes, and they're both up to 4 players, so they don't need they don't need motion remotes or like nunchucks or anything, so that's good. The content in the games are very similar, especially with the mini games, with having different categories like working together in pairs and stuff, or being against each other. The target age for them both is 3, even though I'm not quite sure what they mean, but the zero on Wii Party, I don't know what that means. I think it just means that newly born babies can play it. It doesn't surprise me. Mario Party 9 does have a story mode, which is basically just a bunch of party modes that you would normally play in the game anyway, probably. But if you're looking for more skill, they aren't really, neither of them are that skillful, but Wii Party is probably the best one, because as far as from my experience, Mario Party 9 is more chance, considering I was the best player ever and people, and no one else was fucking concentrating. They were probably drunk and they still won somehow. The next game is New Super Mario Bros. Wii, just in case you couldn't tell, and I think it's the second installment of the New Super Mario Bros. Series. I'm not quite sure. This is something that annoyed me though. The game's up to 4 players, which isn't the part that annoys me. The part that annoys me is that player 1 has to play as Mario, which is fucking annoying. I want to play as fucking Yellow Toad. The rest are, like I said, Yellow Toad, Blue Toad, and Luigi. And it's not really too different from the one before it, the DS one, and the ones after it, really. It's not too different. The main goal is obviously to beat Bowser, but if you're trying to complete the game, you're going to want to collect all 3 star coins in in each level, so that's pretty much the main goal, to finish all the content. There were some mini games that you can only play it with at least 2 players, so you can't play it on your own. I can't really remember what they were about, but they were pretty fun as far as I remember. Shit, I didn't press pause. I mean, the target age is 3, I think that's what that means. I'm still not quite sure, but I mean, everyone dies from the first Goomba in the first stage, so I don't really know how that will go. You might get a lot more enjoyment at the game with more people, considering some stuff you have to do, like the mini games that I just mentioned, so you might get a lot more replayability or something to it. Overall, the game is a lot of fun on your own or with friends, but you probably want to be fucking older than 3. Shit, wait, I've missed a game. I was gonna do Mario London 2012 next, but I'm a fucking idiot and missed one, even though I've got more to talk about this one than any other. I think I'm having a stroke. Up next is Mario Kart Wii. I don't really want to talk about this one, but I guess I have to, because I chose to put it on, because I'm an idiot. And, I'm going to try to be as fair as possible, but, I'm going to try to be fair, but this game isn't fair, so it's kind of hard to do that, but I'm going to try my best. It has a lot of controllers. I'm just going to name 2. The Wii Wheel, or whatever it's called, and the Nunchuck can be used. I think there's more, but I'm just naming a couple. It's up to 4 players, and one thing that I like about this game is that you can use your Mii. Spoilers, I guess. I don't know why you'd be watching videos about a game if you don't want spoilers, but there you go. Bit pointless for me to tell you after I've just told you, but fuck it. The content isn't really too different from past and future Mario Kart games, but there is one mini game, the Bloom mini game, that I kind of agree with him, because it was a lot funner back before. But there's the Bloom Battle mini game where you have to be on teams and it's timed, so you don't have like stock of lives with with balloons. You just reset. So it's kind of killed the fun, but I still enjoy it. It's kind of fun. This game also has a 0 on it, which I actually think makes sense, because I feel like there's no matter how skillful you are at this game, which you can be skillful at this game, but it doesn't really matter because you know you're gonna get hit with a blue shell every 5 minutes or literally anything. The green shells are probably the worst part about the game, which doesn't make a lot of sense. This game pisses me off so fucking much. If you have friends, it's probably a lot more fun. So you're not the only one suffering, and you don't have to, you know, say that you're shit because they can experience it for themselves, and you can play the mini games with them as well. There's coin challenge or battle, whatever it's called, which is fun as well. Overall, I personally think it's a fun game when you're younger, but well, I'm still quite young now, but I kind of want something that's less. Well, I don't like chance at all, really. That's why I just joined the fucking disc. Anyway, let's move on. Next is this game, and I really don't have a lot to say about it, but it is fun, and like, well, what you can expect, it's up to 4 players, like most of them at this point. Like in We Play Motion, you can earn medals and stuff if you do good, and obviously it has a lot of mini games related to real life Olympic games, but it has some mini games that have been, I think they're called dream events. They're pretty much changed up to fit in the Mario and Sonic universe, which is kind of cool, so it's a bit more creative. It has a target age of 3, which, I mean, they're pretty much all like that. Well, actually, the next one is 12 plus, but yeah, I guess that's an okay age. And like most of them, they're fun with friends and stuff. I don't have any friends, so I play it on my own, but it is fun on your own as well. So overall, it's a pretty fun game. Time to move on. Next is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This is the one where it says 12 plus, obviously, and it's basically a game where a bunch of Nintendo characters beat the living shit out of each other. It's great. Or kick the living shit out of each other, or burn each other, or fucking send each other to hell, anything. It has a lot of compatible controllers, like pretty much the ones you'd expect, like the nunchuck, and I think the GameCube controllers are relevant to this game. I think you can plug it. I think you could plug them into the Wii. I'm not sure. I don't really know much about it. It goes up to 4 players as you'd expect, but it has a tournament mode where you can involve more people into the game if you want. It has obviously popular Nintendo characters like Mario, Link, and Kirby, and Peach, and Pokemon Trainer? I don't fucking know. But it also has some non-Nintendo characters like Sonic, and I think Snake's not a Nintendo character, I'm not sure. Although the story mode is only up to 2 players, which is probably a good thing, because it'll just be a fucking mess if it's more. The main part, like Brawl mode, the main part of the game is still up to 4 players, so at least there's that. Like I keep saying, the target age is 12 plus, but I think you can, well, yeah, but I think you can play it a bit younger considering you grow up with most of these Nintendo games and characters and stuff, so I think it can go a bit lower. I know there's a lot of, well, it's not really that violent. Like I said, shut up, Evie. The story mode's fun, but if you really want to get your fucking ass kicked, there's Brawl mode, like I mentioned, with 4 players, and yeah, it's a good time. Overall, like most of the games on here, well, pretty much all of them, they're a lot of fun, and yeah, get your ass kicked. It is a great game for your family and friends. Wii Sports Resort, just in case you couldn't fucking tell what it said. Like it has up to 4 players. Some mini games are required to use like the nunchuck, and some mini games will need the motion Wii remote. So just a warning there. Such as the cycling mini game. It has 12 mini games, and like Wii Play Motion, you earn like medals and rewards and stuff. I don't know if platinum was ever a thing in the 2 games. I think one of them has it. I think it might be Wii Play Motion, but I'm not that good at the games to earn them, so there you go. I think 7 is a pretty good age to get into the game, because I feel like you could know a bit more about the Wii safety strap to understand the importance of safety. So, you know, like when you're beating the shit out of people in swordplay, you'll know to put the strap on, which I never did, but, you know, it's there. It has a good amount of replayability, such as getting more experience to get stronger and fight stronger enemies and stuff. Overall, it's a lot of fun with family and friends. Sorry if it's got really noisy all of a sudden, but what can you expect from not a 12-year-old YouTuber, a 6-year-old, no, a six subscriber YouTuber, there we go. Finally, the Super Mario Galaxy 2, and this is good for obvious reasons, but let me go into more detail. But first, I need to mention that it's only 2 players, but, there's always a but, not really, but anyway, even though the player can't move around, they're really helpful for grabbing coins and collecting lives and stuff, so that's good. Or stunning enemies and stuff like that. It has the things that you need, like the nunchuck and some other controllers, and there's this... I do have a GameCube controller designed for the Wii. I forgot to bring it out, but I might show it on a video one day. It's pretty much a Toad controller, like the Toad Wii remote, but yeah, GameCube form mixed with Wii. Sounds a bit weird, but you know what I mean. I've never played the original game, but I assume that it's very similar. Well, because I've seen videos and stuff, and as far as I know, as long as you know what you're doing in the first game, you should know what you're doing in terms of controls in this game. And the target age is 3, which, I mean, I think I got this game when I was like 7 or 8 or 6, one of them. But I was just shit, I'm not gonna lie, so I kind of just cried until I got better. Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern with these age things, but like I said, I'm a shit YouTuber, so what can you expect? Overall, it's a fun game that I like to play over and over again, even though once you've beat everything in the game, you might not feel much of a need to come back to it, considering it just doesn't really want you to come back. I'm not even joking. The character Lubba, I don't think he even likes you that much as he puts it on for you. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the games. Anyway, that was it. This took me forever to make, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, well, whatever. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.